between the original and the remix, it's the same beat, but just a different mix on the board as far as the blend. And I remember I added like some light chords onto the beat. Of course, the addition of the extra MCs on there, LL, Busta, and Rampage, brought something new to the song. But it's really the same beat. It's just mixed a little different. And it had the addition of the extra MCs on it.
Mm, mm, mm. And then, so how did you and Craig Mack become acquainted?
Craig Mack, I didn't meet him until I started working at Bad Boy, working for Bad Boy, like producing tracks. I remember Puffy had told me, he said, "Yo, I got a new artist. Why don't you do something with my new artist?" Come to find out, it was Craig Mack. Now, Craig Mack is a lengthy story because he don't just start right there at Bad Boy. Craig Mack goes back to the days of being a roadie for EPMD and being an artist on Fresh Records, the same label that they was on back in the day. His name was Easy. I have the record here too. I can't remember the name that he went under. It was Easy EZ dash something. I forgot. You do your own research. You look up, and you'll see.
Yeah, yeah.
Zoom, 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 zoom. You look it up, you'll find it. But I met him when I started producing stuff for Bad Boy. That was Puffy's what he called quote unquote new artist. He put us together, and I ended up doing 5 songs on that album. Project Funk the World.
All right, yeah. Shout out to that. What I was gonna say, oh gosh, it's gone out. I've completely forgot what I was gonna say now. That's crazy.
I have a question if you can.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
So mine is question half giving Moby his flowers. For the people who aren't producers, I don't think people realize how difficult it is to make music on an SP 1200. Like you have to have an immense amount of creativity because you only get how much seconds is it? Is it like what 5 seconds of sampling time?
Yeah, 8, I think.
Something like that. But listen,
8 at full bandwidth, 8.
8. See, at full band,
because a lot of times the way we would maximize the time is by speeding the record up on 45, then you slow it back down in there, and that'll save you some time. But if you sample everything at full bandwidth, maximum about 8 seconds.
Right. And it's just like I, as a producer who started on software and whatnot, of course I've been spoiled. I can sample a whole 4-minute song and not lose anything. But
it ain't what you got. It ain't what you got. It's how you use it.
For sure. But I want to give you props and then all of the people specifically that used it. Because I've even seen Just Blaze say he tried to do the old boy beat on SP. And he was just like, how did y'all do this? I don't know. So he went back to his MPC. But I want to give you your props for being able to not only use it, but make such great music that's still lasting 30 years later with what I would consider a crutch for me, because I started on what developed from SP and MPC and things like that. But it just seems like something that's very difficult. So that really tests your creativity. So not everybody can do that. And I mean, hey, we're listening to all of the examples of what you could do with that.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I remember when I used to go to, when I first got on, I used to go to producers' houses. I have a meeting with people, whether it was a producer or artist. And a lot of times I end up at these producers' houses. I would come in and I see they got like racks of equipment. They got racks of outboard gear, all this stuff, and I would go there. And I'm not gonna lie, it used to make me feel so small. And then I would come back home and I go in my room and I look at my two pieces. All I had there was my SP 1200 and my Akai S950 sample. And I said, you know what? I might not have what they have, but I'm going to do my best to try to sound bigger and better than them. This is not jealousy. This is not hate. This is hip hop. Hip hop is competitive. Okay.
That's a fact.
Hip hop makes you better. And that's why, in my opinion, the hip hop music was better back then, because I always like to call it friendly competition. No, it ain't hate. It's just that back then, just say like when Pete Rock did that Just Some Men remix for Das Effects, it's like, yo, I'm going to crib crazy. Yo. What's good influences you to be even better. So imagine living and operating in an era of, what's the word I'm looking for? Okay music. Not incredible, just when something is dope, it makes you want to be dope.
Like still sharp and still.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Still sharp and still. So hip hop, that's a natural thing. Anyone will tell you that. Me, Pete Rock, Just Blaze, Pete, Diamond D, Large Professor, Hit Boy, Drummer Boy, whatever. It don't matter what genre, whatever. Listen, yeah, we all love each other and we shake hands. Yeah, what up, what up? Much love. Yo, but when I go home, bro, I'm trying to bury you.
Like
Let's
sports.
be honest. Let's keep it real. That's
like
what hip hop is about. That's what hip hop is about. I'm trying whatever you did that's so dope, and I admit that it's dope. I am trying my best to compete with that. If I can, knock it out the box. That's natural, friendly competition. That's what made the hip hop from the era in the 80s and the 90s so special, because everybody was going so head to head. You had so much good music all at one time. Man, I crave for that kind of era again.
So, of course, going back to Flava In Ya Ear, of course, that was sampled in. Can anyone? I'm sure you guys can think of the song that sampled Flava In Ya Ear. What song sampled Flava In Ya Ear?
Ja Rule, was it Ain't It Funny?
There we go.